Folks, I am back. It's been a long 2024 for the spring, summer, and fall for us. We kind of unexpectedly bought a new house back in just shortly after I put the last video out of, not the bear hunting video, but the one before that. So we've been just crazy busy working on it, getting it remodeled, ready to move into, and of course just life stuff with 4 kids, you know, and running a business on top of that, and trying to run the dogs. So I've not took any time to do any filming. Not got to hunt a ton. Got to deer hunt just a very little bit. Took my little girl on juvenile, and she got to kill a couple. And I've killed 3 this year. Got them put in the freezer. So that was good to get a little meat in the freezer. As far as bear hunting goes, I've went just a few times. We ran a couple, but never could get them stopped. Ran one along, or both of them. We ran a long ways and ran a pig, but it ran on private land. I had to pull the dogs off of it. But anyway, so I got a lot of catching up to do now that deer season is dwindling down and coming to end. It'll be time. I'm already squirrel hunting some. I've tried filming 3 other hunts, and all 3 times something crazy happened, be a phone dying or just whatever happened. So didn't get much footage. So hopefully today this one will go out. If you're watching this one, that means it worked. That means we had a pretty good hunt. Or even if we have a bad hunt, as long as I get to get something on film, then I'll put it out. But we've been here just a few minutes. Got here pretty early. I meant to go this morning, and just stuff happened with holidays and stuff. I had to hang around the house until about lunchtime. So we're actually a little early or a little late, however you want to look at it. But we've treed. They've treed 2. Treed 1 I found. It was in some pines. I never could get a good shot. It got up high, so we just went and pulled off, and they treed a den tree right before that. So hopefully they'll start stirring good here in a little bit. As you'll see, I'm sort of cheating now. We'll talk more about that bike in a little bit. I'll do a little bit of a review as I go along. It's a boom bike, Ziegler, I guess is how you pronounce that. So I've hunted off of it only once so far. It's pretty awesome. There's going to be some things you got to get used to, as far as you can't run off into the woods, but it's awesome. A lot of these places you can see there's a road behind me, but it's gated, no access, but you can ride certain classes of e-bikes you can ride out here on these. And so it's really good just getting from one patch to another, because there's a lot of fields or just a lot of cedar thickets and stuff. And so normally I have to walk between patches when we get back in these places, but now I can jump on this and get there way faster. Start carrying a lock, so we can lock it off and hunt patches of woods, get back on and skip around the other one. So I think it's going to be pretty neat. But anyways, all right, so we're going to get back here and see if we can't get some squirrels treed. All right, folks, so they're treed just a minute or 2 after I last talked to you. You can see there's a bunch of little stuff, and it's timbering hard. If they didn't lose it already, it's so hard for them to keep up with it. And it's little stuff. And they get rolling because it's tight in here. Even for them to move around, it's already moved. I'd say 150 yards through this stuff already. So I'm gonna get quiet and try to ease it here on it and see if I can't get it killed tonight. And I'm not gonna try to film the shot, it's just too thick in here, but I'll get what I can. All right, talk to you in a minute. All right, so a couple of things just happened. It's about, 20 minutes since I last talked to you. Squirrel timbered right on the edge of big timber. It timbered over into it and got in a hole before I get a shot. It'd be great to film that, but I lay my phone down, film me walking in, you know, trying to be all cinematic and make a good video, make it enjoyable for you folks. And I just spent the last 20 minutes looking for said phone. Yeah, so, all right, let's go in here and get out of this pine thicket and see if we can't get some squirrels treed now. Treed again, probably 200 yards from me. Most of I can run on this bike, so I can get to them pretty quick. So hopefully we'll get this one killed. It's kind of a weird time of day. They're not stirring very good. They should start stirring pretty quick though. So, all right, see you at the tree. So I'm trying to get around here and get a shot at this squirrel. I was gonna try to set up, and this has been a pretty good spot to film me shooting. But I wrecked on that bike just a little bit ago. This ground's pretty sloppy, and I was going fast coming down the hill and come around a curve, and it just got away from me. And the time I got stopped, my gun was across my forehead, and stuff flew everywhere. I thought I picked everything up, but I must have left my tripod laying back there. Where I'm hunting at actually circles, but I'm gonna go back that way later this evening. So instead of going back and getting it, I'm just gonna leave it and make do without it. But so I'm gonna get this shot and I'll talk to you afterwards. Bring it here. Hey. Hey, hey. Bring it here. Come here. All right. Squirrel number one. I didn't quite get to, normally like making a headshot, but it was pretty good ways up there. So hopefully that showed up decent enough. I had to hold the camera with one hand. That was one thing. I was holding my phone with one hand and the gun with the other. So all right, let's get in here and get 9 more. All right, folks. So sorry, son. I am back at that tree where we just killed that squirrel. We went, I don't know, I went 1,000 yards that way or so on my bike. And the dogs had treed another 400 yards past me where I couldn't take a bike. And so get off the bike, start walking towards them where they're treed. Get about halfway there and realize something just feels off. Like missing something, forgot something. And I go to grab my gun off my back to make sure it's loaded. No gun there. So after I shot that squirrel, I laid my gun on the ground, picked it up, talked to y'all, walked off, got on my bike, took off with no gun. And there she lays, right where I left her. You just gotta laugh on days like that. I forgot to mention that that tree that I was walking towards, it was so far in between both. I called them off. We've been young dogs, no way I'd done that. I went on in there to them and pet them up good, but they can both handle it. So yeah. All right, I'll get here to this next tree. All right, I'm about in here to them. They're actually treed, which I knew they treed together on this one. Pretty much fell tree at the same time. It's timbered. From where they first treated to where they're at now, it's probably 200 yards. So there's a fairly good chance this made it to a den because they're staying put right now. It's not timbered anymore for a few minutes because this was a little bit of a steep hill to where they're at. Take me a minute to get up here to them because I'm fat and out of shape. All right, so I'm gonna get in here and hopefully get this one knocked out. He's up there. I gotta try to ease around here and see if I can get a shot though. I'm gonna turn in here and talk to you just a second. All right, so if you listen, you don't hear the dogs barking much now. And this is kind of, at least with my Laikas, other people's may be different and they may like it different. Maybe that's why I might do this because I like it. I just assume my dogs not bark a lot once they get here. There's no need in it. I'm here. And so a lot of time, both of these females will just either stop barking altogether and just watch, or they'll just do like Polka's doing now and bark periodically. Unless they're just looking at the squirrel or screaming hot or whatever, depending on the tree. But typically, that's kind of how they do. And it don't bother me. But I get asked a lot about the Laikas tree, and they ask about, they've got a young dog coming up. He's not barking good on tree, and this could be it. Maybe he's not starting to hunt out far yet, and so when he trees or she trees, she's treeing them fairly close, and so you're there, and so she's not barking a lot. It just seems to be sort of the nature of the beast with them a little bit, and you got to be okay with that. They're not hounds, they're not curs, and they shouldn't be. I don't want mine treeing like a hound or a cur. Some of y'all may, and maybe you got Laikas that do it. Awesome. But personally, I want them to tree like they're treeing. And this, if you've got a young dog and it's doing that, maybe it's barking here or there, and it's not getting to where it's hunting off, you know, 300-400 yards yet, it could be the reason why. But I just want to address that. I had a couple people private message me, and even I think one guy commented on one of my past videos asking about that. So there that is. Take it or leave it from a dumb hillbilly that don't know the difference between a squirrel dog and a hole in the ground. But we get out here and do what we can. So there he goes. He come out with a little life left in him. Right, I got that one knocked out. Sorry, the video one's not too great. Anyways, I'll get back here directly before we quit. Hopefully find my tripod and get some decent videos. But anyways, that one made me a little nervous. It timbered, and they I thought they lost it, but they actually hadn't. Because I looked and looked and looked at that tree and I couldn't find it. And then finally it was tucked. It wasn't even a very big tree, as you could see, but it tucked him kind of behind, and it kind of moved a little bit, and I finally seen it. Got it knocked out to him. But, so anyways, note to myself and all y'all is trust your dog, especially after you've hunted one for a while and you know that it knows what's going on. Trust your dog. I should trust them. They were literally looking in the tree that it was in and pretty much looking at it, but I just couldn't find it. So, all right, let's get this in and get on to the next one. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave it back where it's at, and we're gonna do a big old circle in these woods walking, and see if we can't get a couple more in here, and move to the next patch. All right, see out the tree. I got them off of that tree and sent them on. It ain't been 2 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and they were treed again, about 200 yards away. And you can hear them. They're doing good work now. They're both rusty, kind of like me, out of shape. But we're getting back in the swing of things. The squirrel's timbering. All right, I'm gonna get quiet and cut in here real quick. I'll try to film a little bit better on this one, hopefully. All right, I'll see y'all at the tree. Dang, that squirrel timber just going in there to it. And I think it's made in a den tree. This tree's got holes in it. Oh, no, there it is. It's still timbering. Why did we just kill this thing? Should I get it on? Well, we see it anyway. Alright, I'll get the squirrel killed. He'll stop. Oh crap, I missed. Finally stop. You'll see a dark lump up there in this pine right there. He's about 3 foot up above that. It's gonna be a little tough offhand it and on this phone. I got him. Give me a second. Here he comes. Come here, girl. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. There he is. Another boar. A rutting. You see how swelled up. Like a headshot. So don't waste no meat that way much. I do like to eat the heads, but if I'm gonna waste something, I guess I'd rather it be that than take a chance of busting the front leg or something off. So usually what I go for. I'm kind of surprised I hit that squirrel, to be honest. It was, you seen how thick it was, and it's a pretty big pine. So, all right, we'll move to the next one. These dogs are kind of waking up now. I was about to get worried. I threw that squirrel down, threw all that mess. Of course, we played Ring Around the Rosie chasing that squirrel and it timbering hard. And then I couldn't remember where I laid the squirrel down. I looked, and I remember, great thing about running these Garmin is they track you. So I just followed my tracks and found her again. Just hunting off that bike, and I just run right off and left I got a little backpack I normally carry. And I had it in the truck, and I meant to grab it, and I left it in the truck. So I'm just carrying these by hand. There's 2 in the last 5 minutes. Well, 10 probably. So we've got, that makes 3 so far this hunt. We killed 3. I've seen a tree 4 other times. Seen 2 other squirrels out of those 4 times. So not a bad hunt so far. We need 7 more. Get in here and get with it. It's been about 20 minutes, I guess, since I killed the last squirrel. We made, actually, a tree right now. I've already looked at it. It's a den tree. I made 2 den trees since then. I think it's just the time of day. Squirrels are laying up right now. So we're gonna go ahead and ease around this point here where I'm at, and then jump back on the bike and shoot over to the other side and hunt a point over there. And then before we try to get over there, it's about the right time for the evening. All right, we made it back up here to the bike. Thankfully, it's still here. Well, Mama says a little nervous back there because I have a lock. And, I mean, chance of somebody getting it back here is pretty slim, I guess. You just never know. We walked that whole little point, and we made, after we killed that last one, I think we made 3 trees. All 3 were dens. But it's, I mean, it's shade right here, but the sun come out, and it's really, really warm. I'd say it's, if it's not 60, it's close to it or maybe over, especially out where the sun's hitting. So I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna skin these squirrels real quick, get the guts out of them, and probably go back and try to find my tripod, and then shoot pretty about a mile and a half. They just treed again. I'm getting there to them, check it. Probably another den tree. This sun out like this, it's just been den trees. Anyways, shoot to the other side, hopefully get over there about the right time for these cloud cover to come back over and the sun start going down a little bit. But, all right, unless something interesting happens, I'll see y'all in about an hour. All right, it is now a little bit later in the evening, and we made a detour and went back, and I got my tripod, so hopefully filming will be a little bit better. Now it is 3 o'clock. The sun's still out full force. The clouds rolled in for just a minute. I was hoping it was gonna cloud back up, but it ain't. It's clear as a bell. But they just treed about 100 yards from me. Yeah, they got this squirrel. All right, let's get here and get this one killed. Hopefully we'll get a limit before it gets dark. All right, we're in here too, and they're just right behind me. So, I've not found a squirrel yet. I'm gonna find a squirrel and then set this up and get her killed. Roll around that tree or I'm gonna have to move one. There it goes. Here we go. Good girl, Thunder. Good girl, Polka. Hey. Good girl, Polka. All right, there's another one in the bag. Make sure we pick that gun up this time. I don't know. Hit halfway around the world. Remember, I forgot it again. Another good shot. Not bragging on myself, just bragging on my gun. That's what I'm bragging on. It's a tag driver. All right, let's go get 6 more. So remember that whole trust in your dog thing? I was just about to get on Polka because I looked at this tree. I couldn't find it because she fell tree. I mean, we was walking out of this point. I'd left that other point. We treated it when I went to another one. So I killed too many on the same spot. Even though it's a big place. It'd take me 3 days to hunt it all. Well, she just fell tree right next to me. And I thought, ain't no way. And I looked around here and I found a squirrel. So let me show it to you. So that squirrel is right there. Oh, he timbered. Rushed the shot. Man, my gun's jammed. There we go. We loaded up, got the squirrel in the basket. I like my cute little basket. I wanted a pink one, but the pink ones are like 15 bucks more. It's alright, I can spray paint that one. Might do pink with little flower designs on it. That's kind of what I'm shooting for. Hey, it works great for carrying squirrels in. But the bike's been awesome. I've enjoyed hunting off of it, especially today. The other day I wasn't sure when I hunted off of it, but I kind of figured out how I was gonna do it. And so I'm just, well, like you've seen, I'm parking it to patches of woods and hunting and then coming back out. It's been pretty good, but I don't know what was up my shooting back there. I hit it, I missed the first shot. I hit it the second shot, made a bad shot. And then third shot I knocked it out, but it was still a bad shot. It come out alive. Polka. She gets frustrated. We sit still. She's barking at me. I called him, man. I think let him hunt right here because we're gonna move to a different spot. But yeah, I don't know what's up my shooting. I mean, you're gonna miss sometimes. It's just the nature of it. And sometimes you're gonna hit them and you're gonna wound them. And that's why the third shot it was running when I took it, but I didn't want it to get in the hole with it already hit because I'd hit it pretty hard in the back end. But I don't have no great excuse. I'm not sure what was going on there. The other evening I was having trouble. You know what? Y'all watch the news. I mean, I know y'all are on social media, but it's also been on the news. So if you're not on typical social media, you've had to see it on the news. Those drones have been all over the East Coast. And they've seen them, what, New Jersey, Washington, D.C., I don't know, wherever. I've been seeing it for, what, a couple weeks or longer now. And just the other night, I was watching, something popped up on my phone of just a couple towns over, somebody had got them on video. I bet they're in the area. It makes sense because they've been getting them at the evening, and it's later, closer to the evening when I've been making these bad shots, and they're emitting some kind of energy or something that only affects lead in these 22 shells and makes them go off just a little bit. Yeah, so I just need to figure out where they're going off, and the next ones, I'll figure it out. By the next squirrel tree, but by the next tree, I'll have this figured out. And them aliens ain't got nothing on a hillbilly. We'll get this figured out, and the next ones will be headshots. So, see y'all tonight. Headed in here to them. They're not too far, about 100 yards from me right now. Probably hear them treeing, or actually tree pretty hard, which means they have seen the squirrel and probably looking at it right now, especially with Thunder's treeing. I'd say she's staring at it. Anyways, all right, get in here and get this one fan knocked out to him. This will be squirrel number 6 if they get it. I think I just seen it. All right, so I found it. Yeah, it was almost on the ground. It stuck down one side and seen me shot back up. So I'm gonna leave y'all sitting right here and I'm gonna try to get out of that sun and get it knocked out. I ain't gonna point it out to you. Just good luck. I normally don't like killing two that close, even though they were split tree. Normally I left one, but that worked out perfect. Both of them were bucks. In fact, everything we've killed today, except for one, has been a buck squirrel. So I told them before we left the house that that's all I wanted to kill today. So let's see. It might have been that one I killed that doe in. It might have had a buck in it too, and I'm the one that messed up. So, all right, we're gonna move. I'm gonna go get the bike, and we're gonna move about a half a mile away. All right, so I made some poor judgment. We got back over in here. I made 2 trees. I filmed them, but not putting them on there. They were den trees, nothing special. One, I seen the squirrel going in and got in there to it, and it had already gotten a hole. So I thought. And so I looked around to make sure it wasn't there. Couldn't find it. There was big giant holes all in the tree. It's a big oak tree. And so I called the dogs off because it's starting to get kind of late. And shoot the dogs on, jump on the bike to head on just a little bit further and get some smaller timber. And just glance over my shoulder back at the tree. And there sits a squirrel up on the top of it. But I already sent the dogs on, so I let him. There wasn't no sense in shooting him. I mean, these dogs don't need squirrel shot to them anymore anyways, but we're shooting for food, but I don't know, I just feel weird shooting them when the dogs are underneath them. So, sent the dogs on. They treed another one, hit timber, hit the ground, and ran into a hole up underneath the tree. Oh, that's fine, that's normal. That's not one of my heights and judgments. My heights and judgment is normally this road that I'm on, it circles, I can circle around, but it turns into like a trail, just a hiking trail basically. And you can I could get off the bike through it. And here's where the bike is not handy. I forgot that we had that bad storm and there's trees all over that trail. So that means I either fight with the bike for not too far, but over a quarter of a mile, but there's a lot of trees on it. I've been back in here and I just forgot. And that bike weighs out 100 pounds. Or I just turn and burn and go back around the other way because I want to get to that other side and hunt over there before it gets dark. Usually right at dark I can do really good over there. So that's what I'm trying to decide, whether I'm gonna just stay over here and hunt until dark, which would be all right, or just kick it, get on back over there. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. We'll walk through this little bit of it, get back to the bike, and then we're just gonna smoke it and get on around back to the other side and see if we can get, we need 3 more. 3 more. Got the dogs called back in. Still need 3 squirrels. Didn't tree none right there, which we didn't go far. If we'd have went far in there, we would have. But so some of y'all probably know something about electric bikes, some of y'all don't. I didn't. So this thing's got called pedal assist modes. It goes all the way up to 5, and it's the fastest. And so we're gonna crank it on 5, and we're gonna roll to the other side and see if we can't get 3 more. Sorry about that, folks. I just got number 8, but I didn't get it on film. There's they're right on the property line here. Go about 100 yards in his private land, and they were treed about 20 yards from the line. And I got in there hurry, which ended up I should have took my tripod. I could have filmed it. It hung tight to that tree, but it was playing around Rosemary. I never got it shot, but yeah, number 8. So that's 2 more. All right, they got another one treed in this pine thicket. actually a tree right here next to the road. And then it timbered. Man, these squirrels have been wild today. I bet we could have killed. Well, I've killed 8 so far. Hopefully this one will be 9. If I had one would have not been filming, I'd have had my limit already. Or 2, I'd have had somebody hunting with me. We probably could have had a limit and a half already. I've seen this one, so counting this one, I've seen 18, I think, today. And they've made several den trees. I don't know. They keep track of the ones that I didn't find. They think too good to track the ones I did see. But all right, get here and get this kill. All right, I see the squirrel, but there's no way we'll get on the film. It's too thick and it's kind of low. So I'm gonna try to get in here and get it knocked out. All right, y'all, there's number 9. Sorry if you couldn't see much. I have no idea how much I got on film. I just had to set it up. It's really, I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's really thick. And it was up high to start with. And you could see it a little bit. And then it ran down the tree and stopped about 20 foot, maybe, probably not that far, probably 15 foot, maybe 20 off the ground. And it was just an absolute wall of cedar trees, so I could not, there's no way I could have got it on, been able to get it in focus. You'd be able to tell what was going on. So anyways, plus we're running up daylight, and I really want to hit that number 10 number. I like limiting out in places that there's enough squirrels to limit out. Now, some places you go, you don't want to limit out. Where we're hunting at this evening, it's big enough and it carries enough game, I can limit out and it ain't gonna hurt it. I ain't gonna do it every time I come in here. And I ain't gonna hunt it every time I hunt. I don't hunt this place every single time I go hunting. So we'll hunt here, you know, 4 or 5 times a season, whatever. And I'll hunt a totally different section of it next time I come, for the most part. So it's, but anyways, all right, so we're gonna try to get one more. And I think I'll shoot up through here. And I haven't even made it to the place that I was originally coming over here to hit. So I'm not even hunted that this year. And it's half of this property, so we're gonna hit the edge of it, hopefully get one treed real quick, maybe get out here before it gets dark. So see y'all at number 10. Treed. Hopefully number 10 will be right here. Get it knocked out. Oh, that's a big old oak. I like it when they tree little trees. The squirrels are easy to find, man. All kinds of nooks and crannies. So actually they're a split tree. They're thunders right here, and Polka's about 20 yards down below her, so I only killed one. Thunder's the closest. She treed first, so we'll go see if we can get hers knocked out. I'm gonna find it first, and we'll try to get the shot filmed. That way, go out on a bang. All right, I found it. This will be number 10 if I don't miss. I'm gonna try my best to get it where y'all can see. All right, y'all, that squirrel is right there. So I'm gonna try to get in here where I can get a good shot and knock him out. Hi, folks. Woo, there she is, number 10. I had to work for that one. It took me 10 minutes to get a shot at this squirrel. It was on a limb just big enough, I guess you could see it, to cover its whole body. It was just easy, all I could see was the very top of its head kind of sticking out just a little bit. And it was a pretty long shot. I wasn't sure if I'd make it or not. Told you I was gonna call my shots over from here on out. I guess them drones wasn't flying overhead. Aliens turned their force fields off or something. Cause I plugged that one. So, all right, number 10. We limited out now. Tennessee limit. I love it. Something about it, man. Telling you what, if you ever quit getting excited and your heart ever quits beating when you walk to a squirrel tree, you ought to quit. I get just excited over this as I do deer hunting or any of it. I get as excited at seeing that little squirrel up in the tree as I do a bear. So I love it. But that's a full basket. Thing holds 10 about perfect. So let's get back to the truck. Back to the truck. We got number 10 with some time to spare. We treed, killed 10, but I think I treed right at 20, maybe a little over 20. If I count den trees, it's 25, 30, I guess. So had a pretty good evening. It started moving good about 2 hours ago, I guess. Enjoyed it. That's the first kind of big, kind of longer hunt I've got to do all season. So it feels good to be out. Hopefully I'll get some more videos out hunting. We can go, got some traveling plans, so video some other places. They wore out. My hind end sore from this bicycle, so I'm ready to get home, get these skinned out, get a little supper. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Oh, we got to do the head count. I forgot. This one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nope, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. That was a hide. That's 10. Oh, I forgot one thing. I don't drink much, even much thing with sugar in it, or drink much of sugar in it. Killing 10 calls for a celebratory drink of Kool-Aid. Alright, y'all. Thank you for watching. As always, I'll see you next time. Let's end this thing with a prayer. Lord, thank you for letting me be able to get out here today and enjoy your creation. God, thank you for these dogs and this good work. Thank you for these woods, Lord, and thank you for letting me get these squirrels to help feed my family. And most of all, thank you for sending your son to die for our sins. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, folks. See you next time. Hey.